Hi all. Today OBG we are going to do Unit 3 Fertility and Infertility. Okay. So fertility already you know what is fertility. A sperm and an egg due to getting fumigating together or getting through fusion together in a favorable condition, they are able to produce the generation wise, like first it will be a zygote, then it will be embryo, then fetus, then baby. All this process you have already learned it, right? So that is about fertilization, able to reproduce their young ones in a new generation, right? So today we are going to deal about what is infertility, what are the etiology of infertility for both male as well as female, what are the diagnosis we can do for male and female, what are the treatment we can do for male and female, and also artificial reproductive techniques. Okay, so today when this unit is getting over, you will be having a clear-cut image about this. Okay, let's start. So what is infertility? Infertility, it's a failure to achieve a pregnancy after regular unprotected sexual intercourse more than 12 months. Okay, more than 1 year, 2 years. Okay, they are having unprotected sexual intercourse, but they are not able to get pregnant, or they are not able to reproduce their young one, which is known as infertility. Okay, what are the causes of infertility? Now causes we can divide it for men and female. For men classification, men etiology. What are the etiology of men? Importance. Okay, about 1/3 of the cases of men are due to the study. Both partner can be affected with the fertility. Both men as well as female is getting affected. But 1/3 is men's are affected, 1/4 females are affected. Okay, so men causes are undescended testes. Undescended testes. In second year cryptorchidism, one condition we have learned, right? If you remember that, you will be able to do the undescended testes. Then genetic defect or any health problems such as diabetic mellitus, infection like chlamydia, gonorrhea, impotence, ejaculation problem like before intercourse, pre-ejaculation, premature ejaculation problem. Okay, then any structural abnormality, if there is any blockage in the testicles, okay, the sperm is not able to come out, and all if there is any blockage, or if the person is exposed to any chemical radiation or addict of alcoholism, smoking, hypothyroidism, BP problem. Okay, these all are the causes of male for infertility. Okay, then we are going to discuss about female causes. Female also same, ovulation problems happen, right? If there is ovulation problem, we know every month there is an egg release from both the ovaries. One ovary is releasing egg this month, next month the other ovary will be releasing the egg, right? So if there is an effect in the ovary release, which can affect due to any hypothyroidism, PCOD, okay, then increased prolactinemia, that is prolactin is a hormone from pituitary gland. If you know endocrine system, this will be easy for you. Okay, then if there is any damage or blockage of the fallopian tube, okay, then if there is an infection in the fallopian tube which is known as salpingitis, okay, then endometriosis. What is endometriosis? Endometriosis means endometrial tissue grows outside the uterus and they affect the function of the ovary, uterus and fallopian tube. In the anatomy and physiology, you might have learned uterus has 3 layers: endometrium, perimetrium and myometrium. Endometrium is the innermost layer. So what is endometriosis means? Endometrial tissue growth outside the uterus, okay, which will be affecting what? Function of ovary, function of uterus and function of fallopian tube, because uterus is only not able, endometriosis is the excessive growth of endometrium cell, that is known as endometriosis. Pelvic adhesion. What is pelvic adhesion means? It's a scar of tissue, okay, a scar of tissue that binds with a pelvic infection, that can be the appendicitis, okay, due to any pelvic surgeries and all, can have pelvic adhesion. Okay, Then cancer or any treatment like chemotherapy, radiation therapy, exposure to any UV rays and all, like for X-ray and all, continuously they are exposing and all, they can have breast cancer, they can have cervical cancer. Okay, this and all can be a cause of infertility. With that, obesity, diabetic mellitus, hypertension, okay, lifestyle modification, eating junk foods, okay, then smoking and alcoholism, these all are the causes of infertility. Fine. Now we have discussed about the causes of infertility for men as well as female. Now what are the diagnoses used for men and female? For men, first what we will do is like we will do a physical examination. We will examine the genital area. Okay. We will collect the semen from them, semen analysis. Okay. We will be doing a blood test for hormone testing. Okay. That is testosterone. Then we will be doing a genetic. We will be having a perfect history collection where genetically they have the problem. Okay. Then testicular biopsy. Testicular biopsy is to retrieve the sperm for assistive reproductive technique. Like the person is not able to reproduce himself naturally, we will be doing artificially. That we will be discussing artificial reproductive techniques. For that technique, we will be retrieving the sperm from the person. That is known as, for that we will be doing testicular biopsy. Retrieving means removing, taking. Okay. Then imaging. Okay. MRI will be done, ultrasound will be done, vasography. Vasography means vas difference is there, no? In male reproductive system. That test will be doing, visualization of the vasography. Okay. Then other semen specimens for DNA abnormality, like semen will do analysis, right? Semen analysis will be done. Then the semen will be used for culture so that we can see whether there is any DNA abnormalities, whether the sperm is very much healthy. Okay. For that and all, we will be dealing with other tests. Okay. Next treatment is for diagnosis is for female. Female we will be doing hysteroscopy. Scopy is visualization. Hysteroscopy means it's a visualization of the uterus. Okay. Then laparoscopy. Laparoscopy is like we will be making a small insertion. Okay. Insertion in the navel area or in the umbilical area. What we will do is like we will insert a thin tube inside it and we will be visualizing the ovary, fallopian tube or uterus. Okay, this is known as laparoscopy. So these are the tests done. See, other than semen analysis, rest all the tests are equal for men and female. Hormone testing will be done for men and female also. Genetic test will be done for men and female also. Okay, imaging test will be done for men and female also. For male we will be doing vasography, for female we will be doing hysteroscopy, and laparoscopy is also done for male also. Fine. So these are the diagnosis done for male and female. Then what are the treatment done for male and female? For male, we have discussed the causes, right? So lifestyle change modification, like avoiding junk foods, reducing cessation of smoking, reducing alcohol. Okay, and then that is change of lifestyle. Then we will ask them naturally if there is a possibility to get fertility or fertilized. Naturally if there is a cause, we will ask them to get intercourse regularly. Okay, intercourse regularly at the day of ovulation. Now what is the day of ovulation means? If a person is having menstrual cycle, the bleeding will be starting from the first day. Okay, from the first day to 10th day, it is considered as a safe period. In that, when the person is having intercourse, they will not get pregnant. Okay, from the 10th day to 14th or 15th day is considered as a ovulation period. At that time, the ovum is released from the ovaries. Okay, and the ovum will be waiting for the sperm to get fused in the isthmus junction. Okay, at that time, if they have an intercourse regularly, there is a chance of increasing pregnancy. Okay, that we will be doing in the men as well as female. We will be asking them to have intercourse. sexual intercourse at the time of ovulation period. Then exercise regularly, because obesity is also a cause, right? So exercise, then diet. Okay, some good food we can give them so that they can have increase the sperm count and all, like almond and all. Okay, then medications will be given for them, because if there is a decrease in testosterone hormone, to increase that hormone we will be giving medications for them. Then at the last, if there is the cause is of blockage of something, blockage, okay, so that the sperm is not able to come out, if there is a blockage, to remove the blockage we will be doing a surgery. Okay, this is the treatment for men. Treatment for female is also same. Lifestyle modification will be done, yoga, exercises will be done. Okay, then avoid smoking, drinking. Okay, then what we will be doing is like stimulating ovulation and fertility. Treatment, main treatment for women is like, if there is no way of naturally getting fertilized, like I have already explained, in the ovulation period, if they have continuous frequency intercoursing period at that time, if they are not able to get convinced at that time, that means some problem is there, right? So what we will ask them to do is like, we will ask them, we will take maybe because the sperm is not moving properly, when it is ingested, what happens is the sperm has to move from the uterus to the fallopian tube, because ovaries will be in the fallopian tube. Okay, so what we'll be doing is like, we will be doing intrauterine insemination, IUI, intrauterine insemination. What is that? Like a healthy sperm, okay, are placed directly into the uterus. That means the sperm from the lab, they will be taking the sperm, okay, and in that a healthy sperm which is moving, okay, a sperm can be movable for 72 hours. Fine, it will be alive for 72 hours. So what is it? The moving sperm or a healthy sperm is directly placed to the uterus, okay, around the time of ovulation for getting fertilized. That is known as IUI. Fine. Then depending upon the reason, whatever is the reason, maybe the male person is having premature ejaculation, so that the person is not having fertilization, or else the person is having impotence, infertility. Okay, whatever is the cause, or maybe hypothyroidism is also a cause, right? If that is the case also, sperm will not be healthy. For that, what we do is like, we will ask the partner to get the sperm in a box, okay, as a urine box and all, you have, you know, right? The same way they will ask them, and what they will do is like, the healthy sperm they will take and they will directly ejaculate in the uterus in the lab. Okay, that is known as intrauterine insemination. Fine. Then certain surgeries will be also done for the person if the person is having any endometriosis. Endometriosis, you understood, right? Endometriosis, pelvic adhesion like appendicitis and all. Okay. For them, laparoscopic surgery will be done. Okay, to restore the fertility. That is the treatment for female. Fine. So we discussed about the definition, etiology, diagnosis and treatment. Then next we are going to discuss about artificial reproductive technique, ART. Naturally the person is not able to fertilize anymore. So now what we have to do is like, artificially we have to do something. You might have heard in vitro fertilization, like IUI, IVF. Okay, this I think so you have learned in community health nursing. So there is nothing detailed for you to learn in this. Just you have to know what is in vitro fertilization. In vitro fertilization means a person or both male and the female is having a problem or to get fertilized. Okay. So what we do is like, we will take, okay, retrieve the sperm or the egg, okay, in a lab. Okay. Then we will, the ovum as well as the sperm, both are outside, okay, and we will make it fusing artificially. Fusion is done artificially. When you know a sperm and an ovum is getting fused, it forms a new cell called as zygote, right? Then we will keep that for implantation in the uterus to become an embryo. Okay, we will be inserting that zygote into the uterus directly, is known as in vitro fertilization. Okay, Then other techniques. Okay, first one was in vitro fertilization. Second one is ICSI. ICSI means intracytoplasmic sperm injection. Intracytoplasmic sperm insertion. This means a healthy sperm is injected directly to a mature egg. Okay. If there is a poor sperm's quality is very poor and all, we will be going for ICSI. Okay. Ovum is very healthy, but the sperm's quality is very, sperm cannot live for 72 hours and all. If that is the case, we will go directly to ICSI. Okay. Then ICSI is done when IVF is failed. Okay. First option is IVF. If IVF is failed, then only we will go for ICSI. Then is assisted hatching. Hatching is like the technique assisted implantation of the embryo into the lining of the uterus by opening the outer layer of the embryo. What is like same, sperm and the ovum is fused outside. Okay, so inside naturally what happens is like in the uterus, from the isthmus junction, the zygote is coming and falling in the endometrium, and there it is getting lined with the endometrium, and from there it is growing. Okay, from the endometrium layer it is growing. Now what we do is like in assisting hatching is like embryo's outer layer we will remove. Okay, and then we will be inserting. That is known as hatching. Okay, next one is donor. We will be asking the partner is important. The partner is not either, it may be a male or it may be a female. Okay, one person is healthy, the other person is not healthy. So what we ask them to do is like we will ask a donor to come. Okay, so what we will do is like most ART, like most artificial reproductive technique is done using couple's own egg and sperm. Okay, through IVF, ICSI and all. Certain rare cases what we do is like we will choose a stranger, anomaly, strange person, and we will get their ovum is very healthy, so they will take their ovum. Okay, and they will fuse with the partner's thing, and then we will be inserting into the couples, the female, the wife's uterus directly. So the donor thing is like either they have to give a sperm or they have to give a egg. Okay, that is the donor thing. Next one is gestational carrier. Gestational carrier and donor don't get confused. Okay, donor means just coming, giving their sperm, going. Just coming, giving their egg, then going, because they don't have any other work in them. Gestational carrier means the female is not able to carry a baby anymore. Okay, so what they do is like the male, the partner's sperm is taken. Okay, and they make a gestational carrier. Carrier means a person they'll they'll bring. Okay, and that person will be carrying their baby for 9 months. After delivery, the baby will be given to the couple, and this person has no other role. Okay, till the time of delivery, this person will be there with the couple. Like the couple is not able to carry, conceive. So what they do is they take a girl uterus for gestational only. Okay, so a girl or a person will be coming, the male's sperm will be taken, fusion will be done artificially through lab. Okay, then this person will be getting conceived. Okay, at the correct 9 months the person will be delivering a baby. After delivering the baby, the gestational carrier has no role. Okay, the gestational carrier has to go away, take the money, go away, and this baby will be for the couples. Okay, gestational carrier is also known as surrogate mother. Okay, this was all about unit 3, fertility and infertility. So today we discussed about infertility in detail. I hope you understood. Notes are coming with you in back. Okay, so I'll be updating you one day about the notes and all. So don't get more confused about this. If any doubts or something is there regarding this unit, you can come contact me anytime. Okay, thank you.